to the video. If you're new here, my name is Diamond Lexus, and if you're returning, thank you 1,000 times, y'all. I know it's been a minute since y'all see me on this camera. It's been a minute since I sat behind this camera, and I'm excited to be back on YouTube. And this video is not to say where I've been at or anything like that. We're gonna get into that in another video, but I wanted to go ahead and finally record this long overdue video about my journey to nursing school. I said a couple months ago I was gonna record it, and I just never did. So I wanted to really just go ahead and give y'all this I don't want to say it's a story time, but just really just telling you guys kind of how I went through the process of getting into nursing school and my journey, because honestly it was not an easy journey. And I want to just put this out there because I really think that it can help somebody that maybe is feeling discouraged, or you know, all types of things. So I just want to just share this with y'all. It hopes that it can help at least one person. So enough rambling, we're gonna get just straight into the video, y'all. Start off by saying that it's been my dream to become a nurse since I was a little girl. My mom actually has neurosarcoidosis, and so between hospital stays, surgeries, hospital visits, etc., I've come across a lot of nurses in my lifetime, and at a very young age I was very inspired by the nurses that I have come across to want to help people and become a nurse. That's really as simple as that. I was inspired by nurses and my mom to want to continue to help people, basically. So starting off, we're gonna just start this journey off in 2014. This is my junior year in high school. I knew that I wanted to become a nurse, and I actually had a dream school. My dream school was St. Kate's. It's a great school in Minnesota, and they have a really great nursing program. And so I was reaching out to the admission advisor. I was going on tours. I was even a part of a program that I was able to stay the night at the college and sit in on class, all this stuff, right? And so that was my dream school. Now I am a first-time college student in my family, and so basically, you know, yeah, college is nice and all, but that private school money and all of that, it just wasn't, basically, how do I put this in short, wasn't feasible to me. I was able to get a scholarship, but that still wasn't enough. And so basically I had to make the decision not to go to St. Kate's. I was very devastated, but I quickly just, you know, picked myself up and I decided to go to a community college. Now, when I went to community college, so I graduated 2015. I went to my community college that following, what is it, semester you want to call it. So I graduated June. I started college in August of 2015. In the school that I went to, the community college that I went to, I was able to get a two-year scholarship, basically for free. I was able to get it covered by a program that I had got accepted into, and basically it was a good program. But the school that I went to, they only had LPN. So my ultimate goal has always been to become a registered nurse. Nothing against LPNs at all, but it wasn't my desire to become an LPN. But at the time, with me not going to St. Kate's and not really like any other schools that I chose, I was like, you know what, might as well. I can do my LPN right now, and then I can come back, do an RN at a different school. That was my plan. And so quickly, that plan, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it just did not go as I thought. I was 18, freshly out of high school, paying bills, moved into my first apartment, being an adult, basically being an adult. Being an adult really, you know, hit me real fast. I'm gonna be very transparent. It hit me really fast, and I ended up dropping out of school. So I was there for about 2 semesters, kind of on edge. I finished the first semester, cool. Second semester, so this is now spring of 2016, it was just too much. I was trying to juggle school, working, and it was a lot. It was really a lot to me. I had 2 jobs at the time, trying to go to school, and just be an actual 18, 19-year-old. That's really what it was. So ultimately, I made the decision to drop out of school. At the time, I really beat myself up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because I'm like, I had this plan. This plan is not going how I thought it was gonna go. What's wrong with me? Like, I really questioned myself, doubted myself, all of that. So this was in 2016. So I left school alone for a bit. Still keeping in mind, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse. I want a career. So that was in 2016. So from about 2016 to 2019, I basically did your normal, typical adult things. I worked. In 2019, I finally just was like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Like, I really beat myself up, because I'm like, I would have had my degree by now. Had I just stuck it through, I would have had a degree by now. Probably been in school for my RN. You know, I just would have been in a better position, I feel like. And so 2019, I made the decision to go ahead and appeal to go back to school. I went back to the original college that I went to first. Still trying to, you know, go for the LPN, because I was not, at that time, I wasn't aware of any other community colleges in my state that did RN programs. I guess I just didn't do enough research, honestly. So 2019, got back into school, and I did great, y'all. Like, I balanced life out. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to balance this out. So going to school, going to work, doing what I had to do, getting very good grades. You know, so I did about maybe 3 semesters, so like a whole year at this college. Again, although I know that, you know, LPN was not my goal, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna do this for right now. It's a couple semesters, get it done, I can start working, right? And so I want to say in 2020, so now this is a year going by, I've been doing very good in school. I started doing more research, and I was like, you know, I don't want to waste my time doing this LPN. If I know that's not my goal, you know, that's not my ultimate goal, why not spend my time and actually go to school for my RN like I really want to? So I did some research, and I basically started looking around for schools, community colleges that were reasonable pricing for myself to go to school. And so I found a college that I was able to go to, a group of colleges that I was able to go to, where I can get my RN in 2 years, and then I can go to a university to get my BSN, right? So that's perfect. So I'm like, you know, 2 years I can do that, you know, and then I can be working. Once I pass my NCLEX, I can be working as a nurse, and then go and get my BSN kind of on my own terms, or kind of whatever the hospital terms are as far as how soon I have to get my BSN, basically. So I ended up doing that. I got accepted into the college. Now, when you get accepted into the college, you're not accepted into the nursing program. You have to do your prereqs and all of that. So thankfully, a lot of my prereqs that I did at this first college that I went to, they transferred over. So I was very happy about that. But I still had to take a few science classes, and I think an arts class. I had to take like maybe like 4 classes as prereqs to get into the nursing program. So 2020, you know, at the beginning of 2020, everything's going good. Then COVID hit, and y'all, I just feel like it was like, oh my God, I've been doing so good, and then COVID hit, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, you know, I'm used to going on campus, being around other students, things like that, and then now everything is at home. Everything is virtual. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do no science class virtually. I'm not gonna lie, like taking biology, and well, I had 2 types of biology classes. Then I think I had a chemistry class that I really didn't need. But anyways, taking those classes online, baby, that's not for the weak. I don't know how I did it. I passed. I don't know how I did it, how I succeeded in those classes, but I did, because in the back of my mind, I was like, you know what, I've had so much self-doubt all these years. Like, y'all, I really, for me, dropping out at what, 19 years old, it took me till I was 23 to get back into school. So all those years, you know, yeah, I'm doing your average adult thing, but I'm like, dang, like I could really be here if I did this way, or I could have, you know, did it this way, and I could have been here. And I just really beat myself up internally about it, because I'm like, dang, you know, I wanted to, me personally, I wanted to have a degree, at least 1 degree by 25. I wanted to have it, you know, way before 25, but 25 was my deadline for myself. You know, because I felt like I should have that, you know what I mean? And so it really took me a long time to really just say, Diamond, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone's journey is different. You will be okay. If this is what you really want to do, go for it, basically. So I said 2020 COVID hit, but I'm still taking these virtual classes. And so at the end of 2020, I was able to apply for nursing school. Now the program that I'm in, it's like various schools that participate in this type of program. So as long as my classes transfer over, I can either go to this school or I can go to this school. Like there's multiple schools I can apply to as long as my credits will transfer. So I was able, at that time, particular time, the classes that I took, I was only able to apply to one of their schools based on my prereqs that I took. So I applied. I did not get in. Actually, let me backtrack so I can let you guys know. I did take my TEAS test. So I took my TEAS test, and the grade that I got, or the percentage that I got, it wasn't the best, but it was acceptable for my program, basically. And so I was like, you know, I don't know, like they really at that time they stressed about, you know, your grades is one thing, but the TEAS test, the higher you get, the better chance you get to get into the program, because honestly the program is very competitive. Like it really is. It's a community college and it's, you know, affordable, so it's even more competitive than some of your other schools that may be a little bit more expensive. And so I took my TEAS test. I really was not there for the, I didn't like my percentage. I'm like, okay, it's doable, but I may not get in with this score. And so I did decide to take my TEAS test again. I did not score I didn't score much higher than originally. And me personally, y'all, I really struggle taking tests. I don't know what it is. Like I'll know the material, I'll know information, but when it comes to test taking, honey, I don't know what my brain be like, girl, we're out of here. We're not, you know. So I took my TEAS test twice. Anyways, I was like, you know what, this is gonna have to do. So I went ahead and I submitted my nursing application. I was super nervous because I was like, you know, wow, it's finally time. It's finally here that I can, you know, apply. So I went ahead and applied, and I did not get in. I was devastated because I was like, you know, it took me a lot to even get to this point, and I didn't even get in. Like, I'm like, I've come back, I've done a lot, I've been doing good. Why? Like, you know, at this point, I'm 23 going on 24. So I'm like, oh my God, my timeline is ticking. It's really ticking. 25 will be here, you know. So I did not get in. I was very sad about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not giving up. I came back. I've done what I needed to do. We're gonna push. We're gonna keep pushing. So I took my TEAS test again because I'm like, you know what, this is what they're looking at. This is low. My grades are good. My essay, I think, was a really good essay. So it's like, you know what, let me go ahead and try to up the score, basically. And so I did take the TEAS test again while waiting for the next semester to start, you know, for nursing application, because at those schools it's only spring and fall start dates. So basically I had to wait. But the great thing about the program is that there are some classes that you take kind of within the program that are considered generals, so you can take those classes before your actual nursing classes. Basically, you don't have to wait. And so while I was waiting, took the TEAS test again, and then I also was taking some of those general classes over the summer. And I went ahead and I reapplied, y'all. At this point, so when I applied and I took some general classes, I was able to now apply to 2 of the schools because of the classes that I were taking and that they would transfer over and all of that. So I applied to the second school, and yeah, I was waitlisted. And I felt like I was waitlisted at both of the schools. So I was like, okay. I still was beating myself up because I'm like, y'all, time is ticking. I'm 24 at this point. It's 2021, and I'm just like, okay, what do I need to do? Like, why am I not getting into this program? And so I was waitlisted for both, and I was like, you know, there's no chance, there's no way that I'm gonna get called. There's no way that I'm going to get in. They were like, you know what, you're on the wait list, but if someone decides to, you know, drop out or whatever, this is your number on the wait list. So one of the schools, I was like, very, like, I was not even close to the top of the list. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get into that school. And then the second school, I wasn't like necessarily top of the list, but I wasn't far. And they were like, they put in their email like, you know, don't let this discourage you. Sometimes we have gone very, very deep into our wait list. So I kept hope. I was like, oh, you know what, maybe I may get in for this next semester. And so I was still, like I said, beating myself up because I'm like, why can I not get in? I got denied, I got waitlisted. Why? Like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I really question myself. I'm like, you know, do I really want to even wait around for this? Like, maybe I should do something else. I had all these thoughts, y'all, and I feel like it's very normal to have those thoughts, you know. And so one night I was at work, so one night I'm just like going through my email when it's slow at work, and the email, it was so crazy, y'all, because I'm like, you know, I really like put it in my mind, like, I'm not getting in, I'm just gonna reapply, you know. And so I went through my email, and y'all, I found an email saying that I got accepted into nursing school. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm like, hold on, I exited out the app, y'all, and I went back into the app because I'm like, what? And it was so crazy because the email came early that morning, but I never got it. Like, it did not pop up on my phone. So I'm like, oh my God, I got into nursing school, y'all. I got into nursing school. So I was so happy. But I was nervous. I'm like, oh my God. And mind you guys, I got into nursing school 3 weeks before the semester was starting. 3 weeks. So, oh my God. So I was like very, very happy, but I'm like, oh snap. I have to make some changes immediately, like work schedule, how I'm gonna pay for college, all this stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. But it was like, wow, this is happening so fast. I'm like, okay. Thankfully, I was able to figure it out. So I accepted my offer to start spring of 2022. So that's January. But really what I wanted to really just, you know, say from this is that although I had self-doubt, I beat myself up about stuff that I was young. I could control it, but at that time, you know, well, I was still a teenager. You make mistakes, like, it's okay. You can just, as long as you get back up again. And so my biggest fear with accepting my offer was like, okay, I'll be 25 this year and I'm just starting nursing school. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna walk in there, I'm gonna have all these little, you know, not kids, but like, you know, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds that are starting their journey. And I'm gonna feel like I'm old. Like, I really had that fear in my head. I'm like, oh my God, y'all, I'm just gonna be the oldest in the classroom. I was freaking out. Although I still accepted my offer, because this is what I really wanna do. I'm like, oh, I can't believe myself. Like, you know, still beating myself up. Although I have a really, it's something really good happening to me, I was still beating myself up. So I accepted my offer, started in January, and y'all, the first day that I got there, I seen so many different people from different backgrounds, different ages. We had young adults, we had older adults. I think like maybe the oldest that I personally met, this guy was in his 50s starting this journey. I was like, you know what, God works in mysterious ways, because I'm thinking, you know, it's too late, what am I doing? I don't have a career at 25, you know. And God sat me down. He really was like, you see all these different people I'm putting you in a room next to? And I just really was so thankful and appreciative that I still decided to continue this journey of going to nursing school, although I'm 25. So I do want to just leave y'all with this. If you want something, if you have a dream career, if you have a dream car, just whatever it is that you want in life, go for it. as simple as that, go for it. Trials and tribulations, but as long as you dust yourself off and get back up, who cares? It's your journey for a reason. Everyone is not going to go through the same journey as you. That's what makes it special. It's your journey. And you gonna have, I feel like when you experience trials and tribulations, you're gonna have a story to tell. I'm just happy that I've been pushing it through. Although my journey is not what I expected, or what I thought would be, I feel like God has centered me and said, you know what, this is gonna happen how I want it to happen. And I have to follow along with God's plan. Honestly, have to follow along, because like I said, it may not look like what I wanted it to look like. I may not be where I wanted to be at this age, but I'm further than what I was before. You know, when I wasn't doing anything, basically. And that's all I can do. I can continue trying. I can continue getting up every single day and going after the life that I want. And that's it. That's what life is about, going after the life that you want, because no one can stop you from achieving your goals but you. Honestly, like no one can alter what's your plan, like what's you and God's plan, what you and God have discussed it for your life. No one can change that but you and God. You know what I mean? Yeah, at this point I feel like I'm rambling, but I just want to share that story with y'all. And I know I probably was all over the place, but it's really as simple as your girl dropped out, your girl got denied, your girl got waitlisted, and then your girl is here now. So that's basically what my journey is, and I can't wait to continue showing you guys this journey. I hope that you guys stick with me into graduation and becoming the nurse that I always dreamed to become. If you guys have any questions or anything, you guys can comment down below. You can go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram will be right here. And just really just connect with the channel. Is not just for nursing students or nurses or anything like that. It's just really a channel about me, y'all. So y'all might get nursing videos, y'all might get some vlogs, y'all might get hair videos, you know, whatever. It's really about me. And as long as you're rocking with me, I love y'all. I love y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure your post notification bells are on. That way when your girl do post another video, which I am gonna post soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.